Sharpe's index model, that is modern portfolio theory as suggested by Sharpe. William Sharpe has developed a simplified variant of Markowitz model. Sharpe's model is known as Sharpe's single index model. Its data requirement is quite less as compared to that of Markowitz model. Where Markowitz total requirement of data is 2n plus n into n minus 1 upon 2. The corresponding requirement of Sharpe's single index model is only 3n plus 2. For example, if a portfolio consists of 100 securities, Markowitz require 5150 inputs, Sharpe requires only 302 inputs. Markowitz was dissertation advisor of Sharpe. Both shared Nobel Prize in Economics in 1990. The following table illustrates the data inputs of Markowitz model. Number of securities in the portfolio, number of security means, number of security standard deviation, number of coefficient of correlations. If there are two securities A and B, we require mean of A, we require mean of B, so we require two security means. We require standard deviation of A, we require standard deviation of B, so there are two security standard deviations. There are two security standard deviations. We require coefficient of correlation between A and B. Suppose three securities are there, A, B, C. We require mean return of A, mean return of B, mean return of C. Standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B, standard deviation of C. Coefficient of correlation of A and B, A and C, B and C. We will require coefficient of correlation between A and B, another coefficient of correlation between A and C, another coefficient of correlation between B and C. So we require 3 mean, 3 standard deviation, 3 coefficient of correlation. Suppose 4 securities are there, A, B, C and D. We require mean return of A, mean return of B, mean return of C, mean return of D. Standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B, standard deviation of C, standard deviation of D. Coefficient of correlation of A and B, A and C, A and D, B and C, B and D and C and D. We require 6 coefficient of correlation. Similarly, if 5 portfolios are there, these are our data requirement. For 10, for 20, for 100, our data requirement is 100 plus 100 plus 4950, that is 5150. So, what is the input requirement of model? We require n mean, n standard deviation and n into n minus 1 upon 2 coefficient of correlation. This is n mean, n standard deviation, n into n minus 1 upon 2 coefficient of correlation. The following table illustrates the data inputs of Sharpe's single index model. Number of securities in the portfolio, securities mean, security standard deviation, security beta, RM, market variance. Suppose there are two securities A and B. We require mean of A, mean of B. We require standard deviation of A, standard deviation B. We require beta of A, beta of B. We require return from market portfolio. We require variance of return from market portfolio. Suppose three securities are there, A, B, C. We require mean of A, mean of B, mean of C. Standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B, standard deviation of C. Beta of A, beta of B, beta of C. We require RM and we require variance of return from market portfolio. Suppose four securities are there. We require mean of A, mean of B, mean of C, mean of D. Standard deviation of each of A, B, C, D. Beta of each of A, B, C, D. We require one RM and one market variance. Similarly, for 5, 10, 20, 100. Our total data input here is 302, while under Markowitz it is 5150 if there are 100 securities in the portfolio. Sharpe's single index model is explained as follows. Sharpe divides the security return into two parts. The first part, referred as alpha, it is return from the security when return from market portfolio is 0. The second part of the return is influenced by all those factors which affect return from market portfolio. That is, the second part is dependent on return from market portfolio. Security return, which can also be defined as characteristics line, is equal to security alpha plus security beta into RM. This is security return. So what shall be portfolio return? Here we have taken security alpha. Here we have taken portfolio alpha. Here we have taken security beta. Here we have taken portfolio beta. RM is common. So security return is equal to security alpha plus security beta into RM. Portfolio return is equal to portfolio alpha plus portfolio beta into RM. What is portfolio beta? Portfolio beta is equal to W1 into beta 1, W2 into beta 2, W3 into beta 3 and so on. Portfolio beta. Portfolio beta is W1 into beta 1, W2 into beta 2 and so on. What is portfolio alpha? Portfolio alpha is weighted average of alphas of the securities constituting the portfolios. So, W1 into alpha 1, W2 into alpha 2, W3 into alpha 3 and so on. This is portfolio beta, this is portfolio alpha. So, security return is equal to security alpha plus security beta into RM. So, portfolio return will be portfolio alpha. To calculate portfolio return, we will take portfolio alpha, we will take portfolio beta and we will take portfolio alpha plus portfolio beta into RM. That will give us portfolio return. If there are 10 securities in the portfolio, we will find beta of each security. We will take their weighted average. If there are 10 securities in the portfolio, we shall find alpha of each security. We shall find their portfolio alpha. We shall take their weighted average to find portfolio alpha. So, portfolio beta is equal to weighted average of betas of the securities constituting the portfolio. Portfolio alpha is equal to weighted average of alphas of the securities constituting the portfolio. Portfolio risk, that is portfolio variance, is equal to systematic risk of portfolio plus unsystematic risk of portfolio. Portfolio risk, that is portfolio variance, is equal to systematic risk of portfolio plus unsystematic risk of portfolio. And systematic risk of portfolio, we have already studied portfolio beta square into market variance. In case of security, it was security beta square into market variance. We have to find systematic risk of portfolio. So portfolio beta square into market variance. Unsystematic risk of the portfolio is equal to W1 square into variance based unsystematic risk of security 1, W2 square into variance based unsystematic risk of security 2. Similarly, Wn square into variance based unsystematic risk of security n. R is equal to, capital R is equal to coefficient of determination, that is small r square, that is square of coefficient of correlation. R explains the proportion of systematic risk out of total risk. R explains the proportion of systematic risk out of total risk when risk is calculated as variance. Suppose variance of a portfolio is 10. Its capital R is 0.6. It means variance based systematic risk is 6 and variance based unsystematic risk is 4. So R explains proportion of systematic risk out of total risk when the risk is calculated as variance. Question number 4.111. Please refer to the chapter Risk and Return of the textbook. The portfolio contains 70 stocks. We have to calculate inputs under Markowitz as well as Sharpe. Markowitz. Number of securities in the portfolio. We require mean return of each security. We require standard deviation of each security, and number of correlation are n into n minus 1 upon 2. Sharpe. Number of securities. Number of securities mean, returns, standard deviations, betas, RM, variance of market portfolio. If there are 70 securities, we require mean of each security. So 70 mean. We require standard deviation of each security. So 70 standard deviation. We require beta of each security. So 70 beta. RM 1 or variance of return from market portfolio 1. Question number 4.112. Please refer to the chapter Risk and Return of the textbook. In the first part of the question, we have to calculate standard deviations of each of two securities A and B. We have to calculate standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B. We are given beta, we are given market standard deviation, so we can find systematic standard deviation. Residual standard deviation is given in the question. Systematic standard deviation plus residual standard deviation will give us standard deviation of a security. Standard deviation of security is equal to systematic standard deviation plus residual standard deviation. It can also be referred as unsystematic standard deviation. Standard deviation based systematic risk plus standard deviation based unsystematic risk. Standard deviation based systematic risk plus standard deviation based unsystematic risk. Standard deviation based systematic risk is equal to beta into market standard deviation. So, standard deviation based systematic risk of A, it is beta into market standard deviation. Beta of A is 0.84. Market standard deviation is 0.23. So, standard deviation based systematic risk of A 0.1932. Standard deviation based unsystematic risk of A, which is also referred as residual standard deviation of A, it is given in the question. So, standard deviation of A will be this plus this. Standard deviation of A is 0.1932 plus 0.2900, that is 48.32%. Standard deviation of B security. B's beta into market standard deviation will give us B's systematic risk. Unsystematic risk of B is given in the question. So, standard deviation of B will be addition of these two, that is 72.98%. Expected return of the portfolio. We have constituted a portfolio in which A is there, B is there, risk free is there. We are given the weights, 0.28, 0.46 and 0.26. We are given the expected return of A, expected return of B, risk free return of C. W1, W2, W3. Expected return of security A, expected return of security B, risk free return of security C. So, expected return of this portfolio is 14.032%. Portfolio beta. We are given beta of A, its weight, beta of B, its weight, beta of C, C is a risk free security, so its beta is 0, its weight. Unsystematic risk of portfolio, that is residual variance of portfolio. Variance based unsystematic risk of A is equal to variance of A minus variance based systematic risk of A. This is variance of A. From where do we get it? We calculated standard deviation of A. In the very first part of the question, we calculated standard deviation of A. In the very first part of the question, we calculated standard deviation of A. 0.4832 is standard deviation of A. If I take its square, it will be variance of A. And what is the variance based systematic risk of A? 0.1932. How do we get it? We are given beta, we are given market standard deviation. So, this is beta into market standard deviation. This is beta into market standard deviation. For variance, we have taken it square. So, variance based unsystematic risk of A is equal to variance of A minus variance based systematic risk of A. Variance based unsystematic risk of B is equal to variance of A. We calculated standard deviation of B. We calculated standard deviation of B as 0.7298. Its square will be variance of B minus variance based systematic risk of B. That is, B is beta into market standard deviation. Market standard deviation into beta B. And then for variance we have taken square. So it is variance based unsystematic risk of A. It is variance based unsystematic risk of B. So what is the variance based unsystematic risk of portfolio? WA into variance based unsystematic risk of A, WB into variance based unsystematic risk of B, then weight of T bill, variance based unsystematic risk of T bill. So W1 is 0.28 square. Residual variance we have just now calculated. This is W2, this is residual variance of 2, this is W3, and its residual variance is 0 as it is a risk-free security. So variance based unsystematic risk of portfolio is equal to 0.11. Portfolio standard deviation is equal to portfolio variance, and portfolio variance is equal to variance based systematic risk of portfolio plus variance based unsystematic risk of portfolio. Variance based systematic risk of portfolio is equal to portfolio beta square into market variance, and in this we add variance based unsystematic risk of portfolio. This is portfolio beta. So this is portfolio beta square. This is market standard deviation square, and variance based unsystematic risk of portfolio we calculated at 0.11. So this is portfolio variance. This is portfolio variance. So portfolio standard deviation will be 0.38.